I'm back. I know I've been uploading a lot lately, man, but I got a lot on my mind. I was looking at international passports video today, man, and I saw some feminine women that were on his panel, on his live stream, and I just realized that the American woman can only get worse. These other women from other countries have these women. I mean, if these women had balls, they would have them by the balls. Let's put it this way, man. But these foreign women are a lot more submissive, feminine, just all around the board better. And they tell you like, the American woman is the best. There's nothing like her. And this and that and this and this. That's a bunch of fucking bullshit, bruh. The American woman can only get worse from here. Look at this shit. These females do not know how to cook. These foreign women, they know how to cook, bruh. They know how to cook. And the more I listen to that live stream, the more I realize that the American woman is finished. She is done, bruh. When a woman cannot cook, cannot clean, cannot sew, she is finished. You know, and all this entitlement going on with the American woman, she's entitled, but yet she doesn't have anything to come to the table with. Nothing but some draws, some fucking sex. I can't get rich off of sex, bro. I can't like live off sex. Sex is not valuable. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Sex is not valuable. Sex is only a sensation that you feel for only 15, 20 to 30 minutes. And this is what these American women have to offer. This is what the American woman has to offer. But yet she wants a whole lot. She wants a whole lot, but want to give very little. You know, and then they come to the table with a bunch of kids. But yet they want you to be driving in a Lambo. They want you to be driving in a Ferrari. They want you to be having a good job, six figures. You know, not knowing that once a woman has a kid by another man, her value goes down. It doesn't matter what you say about it. Her value is going down. Nobody talks about this. The Simpson Manginas are responsible for this nation's downfall when it comes to American women in relationships. The Simps are to blame for this shit, bruh. The Manginas, the Simps, the Captain Save-A-Hoes, the Pussy Beggars. These are the men that you should blame for all this bullshit that's going on with the American woman. Because these men allow these American women to get away with so much and have a whole lot of freedom. And now look at the shit that a lot of you simps have got us into. Look at the fucking divorce rate. Look at the fucking birth rate. Okay, babies are not being born because these females are too goddamn busy to have kids. They choosing careers and money and wealth over family. This is what's going on in America right now. And you simps are not paying attention to what you're doing. You're wrecking the fucking goddamn country, man. You're wrecking this fucking country. Giving these women too much validation. Giving these women too much freedom to do whatever they want to do. Giving these women dating apps. Giving them control in the dating world. It has really fucked up America. I don't care what nobody says. These fucking dating apps and these simps have fucked up America when it comes to dating. These guys who created the dating apps, it don't affect them. You know what I'm saying? Because they have money, they got status, you know, it don't affect them. But you know what? It affects the average man. It affects the below average man too, also. Guys can't find a face match because of your fucking creation. So when you got all this entitlement going on, when you got females who are fat, demanding you have a whole lot of this and a whole lot of that, your income must be this much, you know, better have a six pack and a Lambo. It's pretty much a wrap, bro. Anytime you got fat women that are entitled in your country, you're pretty much finished. If you go to other countries, man, these females are not entitled like that, bro. They're not entitled. They know that they need men. They need men to survive. They know that they do. And the men in the country, the men in their country, not the US, but other countries over, across the world, they keep their women in check. They don't give them too much power or too much leeway. They work hard to keep women in their place. They work hard to keep women needing men. They work hard to keep women needing men. I had to say it twice because a lot of guys don't get it out here, man. You out here, I want a woman who's independent, that makes her fucking own money and has an attitude and all this other shit, bro. It's like, dude, you're feeding the fucking fire, bro. That's what's wrong with you goddamn simps. You motherfuckers love to feed the fire. You love to set these females free. Look what it has got us, man. There's less sex going on in America because of the dating apps, bro. You gotta blame it on the dating apps. I don't care what nobody says. Blame that shit on the dating apps. I didn't have problems getting a girlfriend or getting laid before them dating apps showed up. 2012 was basically a fucking goddamn end of the world when it comes to dating. That was like dating Armageddon, bruh. The Armageddon of dating. You see what I'm saying? Ever since then, it's been a struggle when it comes to dating, man. Females are pumping and dumping men. Females are not committing like they used to. Females don't have that emotional uh, 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 contact, or they don't have that sexual energy like they used to back in the day. Females used to be wild out by a six pack. They're not wild out anymore about six packs. They're not wild out about your biceps. They're not wild out about that no more, man, because online dating has made it the norm. There's so many men online with six packs, bruh. How can you fucking even, stand out? How could you stand out? I mean, come on, man. How could you even stand out with all those dudes on there? Dudes flowing, flashing their money, flashing their muscles, flashing their houses, their cars. You can't compete with that. And then you got the Chads and Tyrones, man. You cannot compete with Chad and Tyrone, bruh. Chads and Tyrones are the only ones that are having sex. Somebody said that Tyrone or Chad was a incel too. Like you would find a fucking Chad cell or some shit like that. There's no such thing as a Chad cell, bruh. Somebody lied to you, man. No such thing as a Chad cell. Chad gets pussy anywhere, anyhow. Okay. Women pursue Chad. There's no fucking such thing as a Chad cell. Women pursue Tyrone. They pursue Chad. Okay? They go after him. You see how they act when Chad like gets on fucking stage on that Take Me Out show or whatever that Incel TV has on his channel. You see when he walk out on stage, do you see how the females fucking are like fixing their hair, yelling and screaming and shit and clapping? You see what I'm saying? You see how these females, act when they see Chad? Nah, ain't no such thing as a Chad cell, bruh. A lot of guys are doomed out here if they don't move to another city, if they don't move to another state or another country, even better. Because sometimes it could be your area where you're at that you're not getting women. Dudes is finished if they don't move out of the country. Relocating to another country is the only way to get away from this madness. Guys ain't getting that shit, bro. A lot of guys are not doing that. A lot of guys ain't got the money to move, but you got to, or you're gonna stay in your situation forever. You can only, you know, um, you got two options. A, A, stay here and suffer. B, get your bread up and move to another country permanently. I'm not playing, bruh. I'm not joking. I'm not kidding, man. This is serious. This is your life. This is your life, and other people have control over it. I don't care what anybody says. If you cannot get a date, if you cannot get sex, if you cannot get intimacy from females, somebody has control over your life. It's got to be the upper ups. It's got to be the upper ups. The guys at the top. It's got to be them, man. The guys who created the app and created the guys who created the apps. The guys who um, I lost my train of thought because there's so much going on right now in this country. There's so many things going on. It's not the dating apps or the women going on. It's the fucking plague that's going on in the country that worsened the chances for a lot of normies or a lot of average men to get pussy. It's pretty much a done deal in America. If you staying here, bro, I'm telling you, you're gonna have so many more years alone by yourself. Which one is it gonna be, man? Are you gonna spend the next maybe the next 5 years getting your bread together? Or are you gonna stay the next 30 or 40 years just by yourself? You got two options here. You got two options here. Cause this is what's gonna happen, bro. You're gonna be by yourself for the next 30 years, 40 years, if you do not relocate to another country. I'm not playing. I'm not joking. This is what's gonna happen. Because when I look back, and I see that I've been single and struggling to get a girlfriend for the last 4 years. That means if I do not relocate at least to another state, I'm going to be alone for another 4 years or more. So I have no choice but to relocate or stay in the situation for another couple of years to come, for more years to come. This is what you have to fucking deal with. A lot of guys are not getting intimacy because of technology. Technology has gotten a lot more advanced. The dating apps have gotten a lot more advanced. Because guess what? You're competing with the best of the best men on there. If you average, you're going to get looked over. If you don't look like you have an exciting life online, or if you don't look like you have money or looks, you're basically going to get looked over. You're basically gonna fucking suffer without female intimacy in your life. Let me tell you, if you went to a different country right now, it'll be like night and day. Like because you would be treated so well by the women in Thailand or by the women in Colombia. You be like, are these women? Because you're not used to the way women treat you. When I first started talking to Thailand females, I was expecting a lot of hostility, a lot of back talk, a lot of I'm gonna, not pick up the phone because American women do not pick up the phone. Um, when I call them on FaceLine. When I call them on FaceTime, they do not pick it up. But guess who picks it up when I call them? Thai women. Thai women picks up the phone. I just called a really gorgeous woman. I just called a gorgeous Thai woman and she picked up the phone on FaceTime. Bruh, she was gorgeous and she was thin. She didn't have no fucking fat nowhere. She wasn't overweight. She didn't have no bunch of baby kids running around and shit. She didn't have no kids. She basically was the cream of the crop in her 20s. Beautiful face. I couldn't get that here, bruh. That's how you know this is not your country anymore. When you cannot get a beautiful woman in your country, but yet you can get a beautiful woman in another country. Ain't that a bitch? Ain't that a bitch? You cannot leave. You cannot stay here. This is no longer your country. The American woman could only get worse from here. There's no fucking going back after this. There's no fucking going back after this. I lost many fucking years because of those fucking dating apps. I lost years of my life of intimacy from females because of those fucking dating apps. Yeah, I'm blaming it on the dating apps, man. Fuck those dating apps, man. I lost years and fucked up years, man, because of the fucking competitive nature of men on those dating apps, man. I can't even get a beautiful woman out here no more, man. Back in the day, I used to have decent women around me in my 20s. I used to be able to, go out on dates with nice looking women, decent looking women. Not anymore. There's nothing left but land whales and women who look like, you know, a skinny fucking Frankenstein or something that looked like Freddy Krueger and shit. You see what I'm saying? There's nothing left but that because the Chaz and Tyrones are fucking all the decent women. That's what's really going on online, bro. This is the reason why you can't get your face matched because your face match is busy trying to fucking find the money and the looks at the same time, bro. This is what females do. That's female nature. That's what's female natures. A lot of guys got to pack their bags and get out of this country, or they're gonna be in a situation forever. I can't fucking stress that enough, man. A lot of guys are not getting their needs met sexually, or they're not getting intimacy from females on a regular basis. That would make you a bad motherfucker, man. I'm talking about, you know, in bad moods all the time. You have mood swings when you're not getting your needs met. You get frustrated. You want to scream out. You want to lash out. You want to mug at other men. You want to look at other couples and fucking feel sad and lonely and angry at the same time. Just fucked up, bruh. It's just fucked up. And then they wonder why you want to lash out at people, bruh. Then you wonder why you want to beat up people. You guys got to be on a long-term goal, a long-term a long-term mission, to get out of this country. I don't care if it takes you in the next 3 to 4 or 5 years, bruh. As long as you get out, as long as you get out, it can never get better here, bro. You think this shit gonna get better? You think that like they're gonna take away the fucking dating apps and get rid of Tinder and Bumble, get rid of fucking, Instagram, all these other like, what's that called? That what's the other site? TikTok, OnlyFans. That shit is here to stay, fellas. I don't know about you, but you need, I need to get the fuck out of here, out of this country, man. This shit ain't gonna get better. What you think this shit is gonna like stay fucking the way it is? No, it's gonna get worse because men are gonna keep on creating new apps. They're gonna keep on screwing men over, bruh. That's what they've been doing. They've been screwing men over ever since, Facebook came out. Facebook was a slap in the face for a lot of men out here. That's where it all started. And then it just got worse and worse from there because they kept coming out with new apps. And every time they came out with a new dating app, it just kept getting worse. A lot of faking, a lot of flaking, a lot of, you know, pumping and dumping. Women are now pumping and dumping men now. Women are now pumping and dumping men now. I've been pumped and dumped a few times. I'm talking about women who can't even stick by your side, bruh. They got other options and shit, so they get up and they just leave all of a sudden. After you get through fucking, you just can't keep them. it is done out here, guys. I don't know about you, but it was a nice life. It was, I'm glad I got all the fucking, in my 20s out of my system. Matter of fact, I'm glad I wasn't faithful to my girlfriend. I had bitches on the side back in 2008 and 9. Don't get me wrong. When Facebook first came out, I was still fucking them. I was still fucking females. Okay, Facebook was still out. I was still fucking them. But once they start coming out with Tinder and Bumble, that's is where the fucking game had ended, bruh. That's where it all ended. It was like Armageddon once fucking like the dating apps came out, Tinder and Bumble. Mainly Tinder. Tinder changed the fucking game. It destroyed the way dating went. And I couldn't like 2012, that was a year of Tinder, bruh. That's the reason why I could not get a date. Did I go out on a date? And I met up with females when Tinder came out, but I couldn't keep them because they were doing a lot of faking and shit, a lot of flaking, a lot of like, not showing up, ghosting you, a lot of ghosting. I didn't know what happened, bro. Like I said, dudes, if you want to have intimacy ever again, if you want to have a dating life ever again, you got to get your passport and get the fuck out of this country. I can't stress this enough. If you stay here, you will be lonely for the rest of your life. If you stay here, you will not get female intimacy, or you will go long periods without it. You will have droughts of 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, 9 months. You will have a drought of a year, a drought a year and a half. It will keep going, bro. You're gonna keep getting older and older. And if you're planning on staying here in America, prepare to be getting old and alone by yourself. If you stay here, you will get old and alone by yourself. This is what it has come to, fellas. You gotta take this shit seriously. This is a threat. These dating apps and shit like that, man, and these manginas and these simps, man, they are threats. This is a threat. This is your whole entire life right here, man, that they're playing with. They played with your life. These motherfuckers who invented those fucking goddamn dating apps, they playing with your goddamn life, man. What you gonna fucking do about it? You gotta take action, man. You gotta take action. Or you're gonna grow old and alone. You're gonna be alone. Think about it. If you've been single for like 4 or 5 years, bro, it's gonna keep on going and going. It's gonna be 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. You'll be 70 and by yourself, bro. I'm telling you, you got to get away from this goddamn country. It has been done and over with for like some time now. You see what I'm saying? It's pretty much done. Done up out here, bro. It's done. And you're done, young Tito. You're gone, dude. You're gone. You know what I'm saying? You gotta go, Tito. That's on the real. He's living true forced loneliness. Of course I am. You fucking dumbass. This motherfucker said I'm not telling the truth. Motherfucker, I can't get a. You fucking dummy. You hear what this motherfucker said? Talking about he's living true forced loneliness. I am living true forced loneliness. You fucking dumbass. I'm open about my situation. I ain't lying about my situation. You fucking dumbass. He must have just got in here, man. That's what I'm saying. It's like, come on, dude. Really? Really? Motherfuckers like that is fucking dumb, man. It's fucking dumb. I told you, I have long droughts of 6 months, 7 months, 8 months. You see what I'm saying? Without any intimacy from females. I get lucky like once or twice, 3 times a year. And once I find a chick, I can't keep her. She slip out of my fucking hands like butter. It's like, come on, man. You see what I'm saying? It's time to fucking just give up this country, bruh. I don't care, man. Do what you gotta do. Get cryptocurrency. Play the lotto. Eventually, I'm gonna hit them fucking goddamn numbers, bruh. I'm playing every day. Eventually, I'm gonna hit those numbers. It's just a matter of fucking goddamn time. And then that's my ticket out of the matrix. I'm fucking done after that. Once I hit this fucking jackpot, I'm out. That's my freedom right there. It's done here in America, man. You're not gonna fucking bring back the good old days where pussy was easy to get. Nowadays, pussy is nearly impossible to get. It is a fucking challenge to get pussy, bruh. We talking about, America. You gotta have your shit together. You gotta be, making 6 figures just to get a girlfriend, bruh. The standards have went up, and you might not even get that if you get all your shit together. You might cop a fucking single mother or something. Cause a lot of these simps that got money, they out here whining, dining single mothers, bro. That's the reason why you can't even get a single mother if you wanted to. The simps and stuff, they're out here fucking with the single mothers. Stuff that motherfuckers who, if you are desperate for sex sometimes, or you can't find your normal girls to have sex with. Well, back in the day, man, we used to fucking get on phones and call the single mother that was horny that couldn't get no sex from anywhere else because social media wasn't invented yet. So you were able to go fuck single mothers, on a down down. Single mothers used to be easy to get back in the day. Fat women used to be easy to get back in the day. I tell you, I lived through it. Fat women were easy. Okay, if you didn't have anything else in your archives, or you didn't have no fucking anything else in your pocket, you could go knock on a single mother door that you've been fucking for a while and go ahead and handle your business, man. You see what I'm saying? It's not like that no more, fellas. It is slim pickings out here. If you get sex, it will be by luck. Just like the luck happened to me about three weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. A female that was a Latin female just grabbed me into the fucking hotel and told me to fuck the shit out of her, and I did while I was doing DoorDash. She grabbed me right into the hotel and started fucking. That don't happen all the time, man. That was luck for me, man. That was luck, cause that don't happen all the time like that. They have ruined society without knowing it, bro. When it comes to fucking dating, you gotta get your passports and you gotta leave now, or whenever you can, or whenever you get your bread straight. Cause fellas, it's not gonna get better here. We gotta start combing the earth for better places to live. It can only get worse. You guys have a good night. I gotta get back to work. Have a good night. Subscribe, like, comment, donate if you can. I'm out.